We're down by the creek this morning on a little side job that's gonna be fun, fixing someone's deck. That's right, it's actually one of my former school teachers here.
That's right, yeah.
Phoned me up and anyway, when his deck looked at, all the decking is shot, and I said, well, bad news, all of it is shot, including the framing. So we're gonna do a complete removal, I think. I think every piece of this is gonna go away and be replaced new. Let's get started. His final instruction to me for beginning this deck is just do it the way you would do it for your own house.
Okay.
That's what he told me.
Perfect.
So that's our
like
mode.
that.
That's our mode. We're gonna do that. Got a couple nails down here, Jay. Watch out. There's the ground. Yeah, I was afraid of that. We're gonna have to do a little digging here. Major problem number 2, that's the gutter drainage from the house. And you can see it's coming right through here and it has eroded underneath the footings. Same on the other side. So this whole deck is like leaned down like 10 degrees because I think all these footings have settled because they've got groundwater just eroding the footings. And I've seen that a lot around here. Oh, that was a nail right there. That's not good for it. No. Couple things I'm thinking about. This girder is spanning 13 feet from post to post. And amazingly, it's not sagging in any way. The whole thing has sunken though because the foundation has been washed out by this gutter water, as Eric was saying. And another thing I'm just now observing from this point of view we have with the deck cleared out is that the dirt that's touching the framing, I don't think it was touching when it was built. Mr. Thomas told me that there was a gopher or something under here. He told me. I think it looks like the gopher dug out dirt like against under the band and actually piled up dirt behind it. And that dirt like is what is touching the framing. This could have been sabotage. I mean, I literally think that the gopher made this thing rot. So Jamie thinks that a groundhog may have caused your deck to rot.
I'm not surprised. That's his home.
Have you seen him?
Oh yeah, he comes out quite often in the backyard.
What's his name?
We haven't gotten that personal.
Okay, that's good to know.
I can't repeat what we've called him.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Ooh, bee's nest. This is like a wildlife habitat here if you look.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
This thing has got about 100 creepy crawlies of different kinds on it. So usually pressure treated 2x10s like this are not ground contact rated, even though the posts usually are. You can get them, but I still would not stick them in the dirt. I wouldn't do it. I told him that we're gonna have to grade this by hand so that this edge right here, I mean the ground, we can't just rebuild it like it is. We've got to dig away this dirt and make it drain in such a way that it's not going to run any water under the deck. Yeah. So I don't think it'll be too hard though. The gopher loosened up all the soil for us, so it should just like slide right off. Also, he said that there's an underground power line running through here.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah. So he had a renovation done and they switched to underground at that time. We got to make sure, hopefully
it's way
buried it
underground. Yeah.
I mean, if they're, deeper than a foot would be great. Jamie's checking out the attachment to this concrete slab, and it is bolted here and there. What looks like a 3/8 bolt about every 4 feet, which is also kind of rusted. Anyways, well, yeah, our new bolting pattern is going to have to be alternating every 12 inches with a 1/2 inch diameter.
Yeah, it's held on somehow.
It's got ground support, so you don't need a bolt.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Another thing that I think has led to this deck rotting down prematurely is that the deck boards were butted tight to each other, not allowing any rainwater to drain through the deck, and that would hold water for a long time and make the decking boards rot. Even though it's painted and sealed and all that, I believe it would have lasted longer. I don't know about you, but I can't lift that thing. No. But I bet we could hammer it apart pretty quick. Wow! Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
This is a sweet spot for a deck, isn't it?
Dude, I can't believe that he hasn't done this before this. I mean, this is so nice and peaceful.
You could fish like right off your deck.
You could. I mean, it's nice, peaceful.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's so quiet.
It's so quiet. And usually this creek is way clearer. It poured rain last night.
It's rained like every day for like a week.
Yeah.
That's why.
So
It is nice.
I see why he wanted a deck here. I think we should build like a thing.
Yeah,
Dude,
Like
cantilever that thing up.
Yeah. Like a fishing spot.
Gazebo.
Nope. Did anybody measure how big this was before we cut it apart?
No. Getting ready to go.
Yeah. Watch your legs.
I got it.
You got it? All right. He's gone. I think it was a good call to tell him to tear it down and not just replace the decking.
Whoa, my chisel. Yeah, I would have hated to build a new deck on this and then...
That probably had something to do with it.
Well, oh yeah, I mean, absolutely. Look at this. I didn't even look at this side yet. So this side is just dumping water straight on top of the footing. So it didn't wash out as bad as the other side.
But it just kept saturating.
100%. There's
Yeah.
no way it could have survived. Let's do a quick comparison of that post that got a lot of water dumped on it because of the gutter drain, and one that didn't really get anything but natural overhead water, you know? It's basically in perfect, like new condition, and another one that's was gone many years ago. There's so many considerations when you're building a house or a deck. It's really hard to think of it all, but I gotta say this, water seems to be the #1 enemy of a house in my experience. When somebody calls and there's trouble, it's usually related to water. Now, what if the guy that built this deck did a perfect job and he walked away satisfied knowing he did great work, and then the gutter guy comes and he pipes all the water in on top of the deck? Who's to blame? I don't know.
The gutter guy.
The gutter guy. Silly gutter guy, why would you do that? This deck had all kinds of problems, and I just noticed that all the joist hangers were put on with like 1 1/4 drywall screws. The screws that go into the band and also the toenail screws that go into the joist, they're just drywall screws. And I gotta say, I'm actually surprised that they're all still intact. They're not even rusted through.
Yeah. You know, drywall screws don't have the same shear strength as a structural screw. Just in case you didn't know, not all fasteners are made out of the same kind of metal.
I don't know if there is even one exterior application for a drywall screw.
I don't think so.
I don't think there's any.
No, except for this.
Unless you want to hold your whole deck up with it, then that's okay.
We've located the gopher entrances and exits. That's a problem. He's digging the dirt out from under the slab, Jamie.
There's another big one over there.
He's like excavating under the structure.
I know, and I haven't seen him, but I am concerned that, you know, we need to pack some dirt back in there or something. And, well, I don't want to bury him in there, but...
Do we have insurance for gopher bites? I mean, I don't know. He's going to be mad.
I don't know much about gophers, but...
Think that was our groundhog? Think he passed away like 10 years ago?
I mean, I'm sure there's more than... I'm not sure the life expectancy of a groundhog, but... That would make sense, because don't they have 2 big buck teeth?
Yeah, they do.
So that's half of his face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that I bet it is. I bet it's a dead groundhog.
You're kidding. No. No.
Today's video is brought to you by Keeps, and they've been a long-time sponsor of our channel, and we really appreciate that. If you didn't know, Keeps can help you keep your hair. If you're a guy over the age of 35, 2 out of 3 of you are gonna struggle with some kind of hair loss. I myself was having some major hair loss in my mid-30s. I started using Keeps about 2 years ago, and I've actually seen hair regrowth. My hair is way thicker than it was 2 years ago, which is awesome because it's a really easy thing to do. It fits so easy in the daily routine, and it's been totally painless for me. With Keeps, you can get a 3-month supply of hair loss medication delivered right to your door. You don't have to go see a doctor. You don't have to go to the pharmacy, and it's about half the cost you'd expect to pay at a pharmacy. And like I said, it's worked great for me. It takes very little time. It's been totally worth it. So if you're on the fence, I would totally check it out. And if you do want to check it out, make sure to click down in our video description. There's a special link that'll give you a special offer, or you can just go to keeps.com/Perkins. That's KEEPS.com/Perkins. Thank you again to Keeps for sponsoring our video, and let's get back to work.
So Mr. Thomas here used to be the announcer for the football team, is that right?
Yes,
Yeah?
right. I retired year before last.
Yeah. Do you mind to give us a 1st and 10 or call out or whatever like you do?
1st and 10, Maroon Devils.
Yeah! Jamie's compacting the soil up here. I want it all to slope away.
That's right.
And so he's establishing the high point. What did I say?
Establishing?
Establishing the high point. Yeah, we'll order the dance on it and she's compacted.
We need to hire some cloggers or something to get out here. My wife can clog.
Really?
Did you know, I didn't find out. We were married probably 12 years. And then one day I was looking in the closet and I found this like clogging, like women's clogging outfit.
That's weird.
hanging in the closet. And it looks like really old. And I was like, honey, care to explain, what's going on? And she said that she used to do a clogging thing or something when she was younger. And I said, prove it. And I put on some banjo music.
Yeah.
And she started doing all that. And I was like, wow, you learn something new every day.
Trying to fill in this low spot. That's what Jamie said, this holler? Is that what he called it?
Some days he's Spanish,
We're-
some days he's hillbilly.
Yeah.
Some days he's, I don't know what he is.
We're trying to make the bank nice and even and smooth with the dirt that we got to move anyway. Makes sense. Jono's raking stumps. Dude, that groundhog moves so much dirt. Probably took him probably took him years. It was a Shawshank Redemption groundhog.
Takes a handful out into the yard every day.
I think you're jacking the whole slab up right now.
Well, we better check. Oh, there's something. We're finding some artifacts here. Ah, man, I don't know about this. Well, I think it's a good idea still. I mean, I think it's just the first little bit here is confirming my concern. What do you think?
You want some gloves?
No. There we go. We're getting some compaction now. We're thinking about the deck joist now, and what would work great is a 2x8 because it's not as deep and we won't be that close to the dirt. So I'm gonna break out my Span Calc app, which is by the American Wood Council, and I'm gonna select the different things I can select on here, like the species, yellow pine, the spacing. I think we're gonna do 12-inch on center because it's a 10-foot span, and check if that's gonna pass code. We did pull a permit on this, by the way, and you're supposed to do that for any project, if you didn't know, that exceeds 12 feet in any direction. 13.6 would be the maximum horizontal span for 2x8 on a 12-inch center. You want me to check 16-inch center, or do you just want to go 12s?
I want to go 12 no matter what.
Okay, and that's for the decking, I assume. Yep, the composite decking. All right, you can see where we're at here, right?
Gee.
Deck is fully removed. We're getting the slope of the grade right. Now, I gotta say, you have a big choice to make.
Oh, no.
Either we can go home and you pay us for a half a day of work and it's over, or we can proceed.
That's a no-brainer. Proceed.
Build the deck, he says.
Build the deck.
Okay. All right.
Most definitely.
I was hoping he would say go home, but okay, we're good. We're good. No, we got it. We'll do it.
We've got our pipe dropped to below grade now and repositioned, swung about 2 feet out this way. You can see right over there was the old footing. So we may add something to that still, but that'll get us away from the new footing, which is what we were looking to do.
Bag of concrete. Little boy.
When I got back, the inspector was here with his probe. He was leaning up against his probe, and we haven't dug any of the holes yet. So I was like, I pleaded with him, and he said he would come back. You know, he kind of laughed it off. So
Well, that's good.
I mean, he knew he was dealing with us. So our next step is to dig some footings out here. So we're gonna put a reference line, like a string line, at 10 feet out from this slab, so we can plumb down and mark those footings to dig them.
I'll get a line, you get a pole. We'll go fishing in the crawdad hole, baby.
Look, it's like we're on a green screen. But
Yeah.
it's orange.
Make sure we go, you know, probably 4 feet out from there, Jono, so we don't put those right where the footing's gonna go eventually and have to pull it. Keep coming out. Ooh, on the neck. Come back, come back. This is tough on this hill. All right, Jay, hold right there. That's 10 feet. All right, hold what you got. Ooh, it's done. With a little finagling, we have our string line in that's exactly 10 feet out from the house. It's not level in this direction at all. What we need to do now is get some dots, like with a magic marker, points on this that are the center of our piers to plumb down and put some stakes in the ground, center of our piers. So what I think we'll do is just run a string line down the edge of this slab and just sight when it's exactly flush on the slab the whole way. And then where that crosses this, we'll put a tick mark, and we'll know we're square out from the structure, and then we'll just take numbers from there down the line. We'll get a number on this too. I don't even know what this thing measures. Right there. Okay, let's measure between these and see if it's about the right length. Here's our original dot by stringing off this house, and then we measured between this dot and the one way down there, and it was a little bit different than the house measured by about 3/4 of an inch. So we're just gonna split the difference now. I'm gonna come in about 3/8 on this side, about 3/8 on that side, plumb down, and that's plenty good for digging these footings. And then we'll fine tune it once we have the posts up and we can pull some diagonals like on a level plane here. Be the center of the next one. Yep, right there. 8'8" again, yep, got it. This footing is directly where there's a stump, and there's no real way to move the footing from where it's got to be, so I think we'll just destroy it.
Well, it's looking a
I think we can dig it out.
You know,
We'll
maybe.
just flatten it and put it on it.
So I've got these all pinned, but now we're thinking if we pull these inside posts in like a foot, because this is going to be cantilevered past the beam, it might look better. I think it would look better. I don't like the idea of having the post running up and then the ends of the girders all exposed. I don't love seeing the girder anyway.
Yeah, that's the way it was, though, I think.
I think it was set back a little bit. Or, I don't know. I can't remember.
I'll review
and
the
it was
footage.
just this morning. I can't even remember.
Well, that could help us on this thing here, too, on the stump.
Yeah.
If we can move that over.
Yeah, if that
and
gets
not be
you
right
away
on
from
top
that,
of it.
It'll shorten the spans overall on each one.
Well, if you want to start, I would say start the excavation about here.
Yeah.
And the post is like there. That's the center front of the post. So the post is like there.
Okay.
So go crazy.
All right.
See a stump in the water?
Oh, you dug that out of there? Yeah. Wow, I knew there's a reason I went inside for a minute. And what about that?
Ray's is even bigger. He had to cut his.
We're gonna have to dynamite that thing. Maybe there's a reason they put the posts where they did on the first deck. It might not be super thick. It just doesn't sound thick. Dude, we can just build the whole porch on this thing. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's a pretty rock.
Yeah.
I'll take that home and put it in my driveway.
You gonna load and unload that thing?
Come here, kids, I got a job for you. Whew.
Oh my God. Maybe we'll just slide it. I was gonna roll it, but yeah. There you go. Perfect.
string. Oh, I didn't get it. How's it going?
Dude, I don't know how many ways this way is going, but you cut one way, think it's gonna come out, and then it won't. I've cut all around it. I don't know what the deal is.
I don't know. Just keep cutting, I guess. Just keep swimming. Got Jason hooked up with the hammer here. He's gonna take care of this thing, I hope. It's concrete on top of like rocks. It's like a little, I wonder if somebody had made like a walk path out of concrete, like down to the creek.
Oh yeah.
You know, put up some rocks and then, you know, a little layer of pavement over top or something.
Yeah, that's what they did.
Ooh, what is that? Oh, it's bricks.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Yo, Rudy. Rudy Giuliani. Ray gets the award for the rudiest hole of the day. Good job. He's about to lose his mind.
I really wasn't trying to get an award for that. But
Yeah. You have the same face when you're about to lose your mind as normal. Which
As
kinda
normal?
Which kind of worries me.
I mean, I'm pretty even keel most of the time.
That's what I'm
so,
saying.
Yeah.
Scary.
Is it?
Yeah. Hole number one. I think we're good there. Two. Yeah, I think we're good. Little soft spot there, but I think on the overall, it's like half rock, half dirt. This one may have to go deeper. By like 6 inches. I'm getting pretty much 6-inch everywhere, even. So let's dig that one out. Much better. I think it's good. We'll see what the inspector's got to say. He's gonna be here in a minute. Jason's built a little ramp across the gully. He's testing it out with the appropriate load in the wheelbarrow. 160 pounds, how's she rolling? Yeah, I think that's a great idea. So the inspector passed us. We're good to start rolling the concrete in. We're gonna go a foot. Oh boy.
Are you gonna try to dump it?
Oh my goodness.
Oh shoot.
Don't let go of the wheelbarrow.
Yeah, I can scoop it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Oh!
Good? Nope.
Ah! I'd say just shovel it. I mean, I'm no expert, but I like that mix, good and stiff.
Oh, it's stiff.
I think it's way too stiff.
Yeah, we're gonna build a deck on it tomorrow though. We're wrapping up day one. We've got the concrete in the ground, and I'm gonna leave you with this. If anybody knows what that's for.
Great.
That's the
I
plug,
just got
plug
tires
a tire.
like 2 days ago.
Yeah, so I gotta run, but that'll be right there. It's in the kind of the sidewall too.
You pull it out?
No, it's still in there. They won't want to patch it if it's right there. They'll want to give you a new tire.